Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I finally found some good news. Found some good news, y'all. We need to hear this. Everybody need to hear this good news. So share it, please. I never asked y'all to share my videos, but share this good news throughout the world, especially in America. Everybody need to hear this. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good shit. This video. Big Ward has listened to the people when they ask me, can you stop with all the negativity? Can you give us something positive? Some good news? And I listened. Here you go.
And a Leesville man agreed to be physically and chemically castrated as part of a plea deal. Thomas Allen McCartney, 37, pleaded guilty today to attempted first-degree rape of a child under the age of 13. As part of the plea deal, he also agreed to serve 40 years in the state prison, according to Vernon Parish District Attorney's Office. When McCartney was arrested in 2023, authorities said he had been caught sexually abusing a 7-year-old girl. He was already a Tier 3 sex offender in Louisiana, having been convicted of attempted aggravated rape in 2011. He was arrested on 1 count of felony carnal knowledge of a juvenile in 2006 and on 2 counts of aggravated rape of a 12-year-old in 2010.
That's good news, if you ask me. I ain't what y'all thought, huh? But it's still good news. It's showing we're going in a step in the right direction. It's showing at some point in time, you're going to have to be held accountable for these heinous crimes that you're doing to innocent people. And you can't just keep getting away with it. There was a time when people like that, because he was already out for doing the same thing. He was out. And was able to be able to do it again because he was out. Yet while some guy in prison for 30 or 40 years for selling some, illegal substances on the street. There's some guys in prison right now for 20 and 30 years for just selling stuff to other adults that just want to partake in the, getting their head blown. We got people in prison right with President Trump is letting them out now. But thanks to Joe Biden and the 94 crime bill, there's a lot of my people got 30, 40 years in prison, federal prison, for selling narcotics. But that guy there was still on the street. As a top, Tier 3, whatever, that's the worst you can go as far as messing with children. He was still on the street. So I think that's some good news. They're finna cut his wood off. And they're gonna make him take something. The killer, he don't even want none no more. And they're finna do 40 years getting his back blowed out in prison, because that's what they do to child molesters in prison. That's good news. Finally. And I got some more good news for you. Check this out.
This morning, charges against a local pastor arrested in Escambia County, Alabama, have been dismissed.
This case at this moment in time is dismissed.
Vincent Bishop was facing multiple counts, including drug trafficking and promoting prison contraband. Authorities say that Bishop was an employee at the Fountain Correctional Facility, and Bishop was arrested back in December after authorities say that he was in possession of a prison package that contained 4 cell phones, 28 grams of marijuana, 56 grams of flakka, which is a synthetic controlled substance, and black and mild cigars. Charges were dismissed after prosecutors did not present evidence during today's scheduled preliminary hearing. The district attorney declined to comment. Even though the case was dismissed, these charges can be refiled by the prosecution.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A black pastor, man of God, pastor, was getting his hustle on. He worked for the prison. And if y'all notice, if you watch Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, you'll see guys that's in prison making videos, doing TikToks and Facebook and recording videos in prison. Like, how'd you get a phone in prison? That's how. They smuggle them in like that. So here you got a pastor want to get a piece of the pie. He getting his hustle on, sneaking in narcotics and illegal contraband. Got caught red-handed. It wasn't no hearsay, she say, he say, none of that. The pastor got caught with it, bringing it in. Got caught. And he got delivered. Won't he do it? God freed him. Because he was a victim of this wicked system. That damn racism. It was all because he was black that they messed with him in the first place. The pastor got caught bringing the stuff in the prison. It was on him. Somehow, some way, he get to go home. He didn't do it. It wasn't him. You didn't actually find the stuff on him. That's good news. If you're a black man in Alabama. If you're a black man, and you might say, big boy, who is that good news for? Black men in Alabama. The way your money can get you off too. It ain't just white folks in Alabama who can pay their way out. Now in Alabama, the deep south, the bastion of Confederacy, even a black man now in 2025 can get caught red-handed, taking drugs into the prison and still get off. My, we've come a long way in America. And y'all still want to holler racism? He was in deep south Alabama. Good old boy as far as the eye can see. Justice system. The judge is a good old boy. The DA is a good old boy. Good old boys. And sell out black folks. As far as you can see. And we got a black man. Got off. Scot-free. Got caught red-handed. With the evidence. Somehow. He didn't do it. That's good news, ladies and gentlemen, for black folks. Ain't it, man? My, we've come a long way in America. That was unheard of at one time. That was a time when a black man didn't have to do it. He was innocent and still got sent up the road. Now in America, especially in Alabama, a black man can be caught red-handed and be let go. Maybe it was because he was a pastor and the good Lord was behind him. I don't know. Maybe if you're not a pastor, you shouldn't try that at home. All I know is that man, black, in America, deep south, got caught red-handed and got off. The prosecutors decided they're not going to present no evidence. We got plenty of evidence. We caught him with the package. But we ain't going to present it, though. Let him go. What happened here? God broke open that prison and let him free. God is a good God. Won't he do it? Let me stop. That wasn't God, ladies and gentlemen. That was evil, wicked corruption, which he's a part of. That's all it was. Lord, forgive me. God ain't had nothing to do with that. Just like that man ain't got nothing to do with God. Pastor my ass. God ain't have nothing to do with that. It just shows you in America, pay the right folks, know the right folks, black or white, your ass out of here. It ain't about racism no more. The only color that matters is green in America. Proof right there. If you got your green, you can walk. God ain't have nothing to do with that. But it's still good news. Get it, got it good. Bye.